Alright, 1.3, yay, etc. Here's the first casualty. How embarrassing. It actually worked better that time. Previous time, I was put in the pistons and dropped. It tried to kill me. So I'm gonna have to tweak something with the timing in that. More on that later. Okay, so I'm just doing a quick XP grind, which they all said was useless in this patch, but I'm going to do it anyway. It seems that my very simple spider farm... That was too short. That was timed pulse on a T flip-flop to take him down to exactly half a heart, and something's gone badly wrong with it, so I have to hit it like 4 times and then punch him the rest of the way to death, which... several hits. It's really irritating. So that's even more reason to replace this system, which it was only supposed to be temporary. I guess it served me well. It's about time that I did something else, so yeah. Well, that's that. I'll be back with you when I've got 30. Okay, so because of the slowness of that spawner right now, the fact that the spiders are not quite behaving the way they used to, they're not coming up properly, and a couple other weird quirks. Basically, that's defunct. I'm gonna have to find that double blaze spawner that I spent 2 episodes hunting around for, or go to the end and build an enderman farm. But I guess a 1.3 introduction video wouldn't be complete without me going, oh god, I can get XP from coal now! So this bit here on the adjoining mine shaft that I apparently never got. Yeah, they've definitely nerfed the gains on that a little bit. You. I do not like you taking up my headroom in that manner. Definitely feels diminished. And I happen to know I'm not actually carrying any blocks to get me out of this hole. Way to think ahead, man. Way to think ahead. That one was a torch-bearing block. Stupid. Out of my way, cobweb. I'm trying to put a torch there. Okay, so... yeah... I mean, I don't think I'll be hoarding Silk Touch coal ore or anything to use instead of, like, you know, kind of like how silverfish farms have been used to store XP in block form. I don't think I'll be doing any of that, but it's kind of interesting. Potential idea. I mean, diamonds maybe? I think diamonds give you a lot more XP, so that might be worth my time. Yes, I'm genuinely covering that up because I just can't stand it. While we're here, let's just take the rest of that away. And yeah, I don't know if there's any more that I didn't mine down here. As you can see, I've been hollowing this out quite a bit and picked quite a bit out. Mostly the sign is cobblestone if I've picked it clean down that particular route. This isn't a caving episode though, I'll be back with you. Okay, well that's the XP grind done, for now. I mean, I was gonna do a shovel as well, but for now let's just go with bow and straight to 30, cross fingers. Wow. Alright, I can live with that. That's also the first enchant anybody's seen me do. Congratulations, that was an enchant. So today, what we're going to be doing is first attempting to get out of the tower, because currently there's no way out without just jumping off the supports or hacking a hole in the wall. The second thing we're doing, and I've been noticing this as well, chunks kind of worrying you a bit. Yep, you do jump quite far out of that right now. And I'm going to be doing something that all the smart people did weeks or even months ago, and that is going out, finding a village, and maybe abducting them. Maybe not this episode, but, you know, maybe shortly. So let me just get a few things. Yeah, about those chunks loading. This is very noticeable and quite, shall we say, irritating. Hopefully they improve this. Yeah, I'll be back with you once I've finished preparing things. Oh, there's my branch mine. You gotta look at it much better this way. Well, let it just be said, I'm glad we found that coal, because we were in desperate need. Also, I had this shovel that I'd forgotten about, which is actually incredibly good. I guess I was just getting rid of the basic efficiency for one before dipping into that. That sounds like something I'd do. So, step one. Let's see if this wants to play nice. Like I said, first casualty of 1.3. Probably, hopefully, all I need to do is change the timing slightly. Oh boy. I'll be back with you when I actually get up there. So I've climbed right up to the very top, to use that view that this garden was built to admire, to figure out where to go, but yeah, the chunks, they ain't loading. I think we're going blind, because I have no idea. We want a plains or a desert for villages, so yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, here's more garden. I haven't done the waterfall yet, but that's gonna come down and go around both sides of this little island, I think. And then, yeah, bridge that. It'll work out. Anyway, other side of those extreme hills, maybe? I mean, I'm in extreme hills right now. I've made a particular point not to really go looking around too much, because I wanted to avoid loading too many chunks. Let's play a game of chicken with this. That was fairly close. That was satisfyingly, heart-stoppingly close. I like it. Okay, we're just gonna go out in this direction and look for planes. And I sincerely hope that I find them. Actually, before we do that, I thought while I was going up the ladders... Oh dear. Yep, we're gonna have to put up the elevators again, because they're literally the only way up. Yeah, I was thinking while I was up there climbing, I definitely don't want to go out without any blocks. Because blocks, I found if I just hold jump, kinda... Nope, never mind. It doesn't self-right me. Maybe it just actually worked that time. The time that I did that. Well, that got me up. Okay. Yeah, I'm hoping that if I just... Well, hello, a reflective pick. If I just adjust the timing somewhat, on all the repeaters in there, that it will kind of fix itself. It'll be slower going up, but at the end of the day, better to go up slightly slow than to not get up at all. Or worse, to plummet to your death. You also got to see the little safe fall that I threw in there. That's how I get down quickly, which was not in the tutorial, but it's more of a custom feature. I don't think it looks aesthetically nice, but it's functional. So it's a matter of Now this direction, as you can see, that's, well, you saw briefly, that's the mine shaft that the XP farm's actually in. And the real question is, should I have brought a boat? I'd make the pun, but honestly, I'm saving that for a Pokemon episode that's coming up. Yep. Bit of Lonely Island reference. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then I have no idea where you've been for the last few years now. And yeah, it's while I was hunting for mushrooms and vines and other just stuff that I wanted. I happened to notice that over there, so I went in and yeah, that's how I found the spider spawners. Bit of backstory for you, and stuff that y'all missed out on, which is kind of nice to know. So while we're running around, what I think I'd like to do is this ocean out here. I think it's going to be ocean. What I'd like to do is just briefly talk about what's coming up. At the moment as I'm recording this, I'm uploading and it may even be processing now. It's a Secret World video, it's a dungeon video, it's not the facility dungeon guide that people have been waiting for. Unfortunately, you're going to have to bear with me on that one. It's very difficult to persuade groups to go to facility. Everybody hates it. So to kind of raise my spirits a little bit, I went into facility with Valis, who everybody I hope remembers as the individual I introduced as the tactical nuke. He's currently tanking, and actually I'm mostly healing, but for this one, I'm the tank, and, well, no, we're kind of both hybrid DPS. Ooh, cocoa tree. Cocoa bean pods on tree. Tree pod cocoa. English, strong, yes. Yes. Anywho, yeah, we're both kind of hybrid DPS. Like I'm tanking it in full DPS gear, almost. So I can just punch these, right? Wow. I don't think I even had any cocoa beans because I hadn't been lucky enough to find any, so I don't know if I feel cheated or if I'm excited for a new feature. Because cocoa beans, those were always a sign you'd found yourself a dungeon. I don't know. Gives me the opportunity for a new kind of farm, I guess. And I'm always down for that. Something new to figure out. Find a way to automate it somehow. You know how it is. I mean, I was the guy who, when 1.8 came out, the very initial 1.8, which changed dramatically the way that passive mobs spawn, I was still convinced that there was some way to create a passive mob spawner, and I was gonna do it somehow. Didn't actually happen, but, you know, that's life. I don't want to break the leaves. Just leave me alone. I don't want to break them. I'm gonna get up to the top of this hill and take a look around. So yeah, that video will be up, and if you've got any interest in the Secret World, I sincerely suggest you watch it. If you just want to hear me laugh my ass off repeatedly as we do, because Facility is an elite, okay? It's not like the normal mode dungeons that you've seen. Yes, it's a slight step up in the difficulty, and it's probably the curve that you're at, but it is harder than a normal dungeon, and we'd already gone through all the normals and, you know, pounded stuff out, so that was the logical step, and we didn't think we'd get that far. I won't spoil it, but needless to say, we do successfully kill some things. Now I'll be damned if I'm gonna block up this. You'll let me climb this as though I were Tarzan, or at the very least Tarzan's cousin, Steve. Well then. This shovel. This shovel. Oh, that's because it's working like they do in SMP now. Super speed. Okay. Right, I'm gonna have to be extremely careful with that. extremely. This chunk not loading thing, it makes it difficult just to see the biome I'm in. Forget about trying to look around to see where I should be going. Ocelot. Haven't ever tamed one of those either. Like ever, actually. Right. Yeah, I might. Because I'm actually kind of a cat person. But they're a bit more annoying in this game than the cats I've known in my time. Cats I've known in my time were all quite chilled out, and one genuinely thought he was a dog. Not joking. Let's just say that when a cat licks your hand to show affection, it's quite coarse. Yeah, so other stuff that's coming up. I actually did a session in Dragon Age Origins the other night. That's been on my to-do list for a while. I'm not going to be releasing it just yet, but so that, you know, you're all fully aware that it's coming. It's coming. That one is not going to be quite like the other series. Like, it's going to be one continuous run, chopped up into roughly half hour at good cut points. I don't know if I'll get good cliffhangers or not, but mobs don't seem that bad to fight. Skeleton there, and that's the dodge. Yeah. So I guess it's kind of like if you're running on an SMP server off your own machine, which I've done. Hi there. Hi there. I'm looking at you. Whoa, okay. Well, that's a spider up my ass, isn't it? Yep. I'm busy, guy. Right. Tiny little desert island here. Literally an island of desert. This is desert. Beach. Okay. A beach island. I got a feeling that I'm surrounded by ocean on more than just two sides. It's a expansive land. Let's get up here and see how it looks. Hi down there. This grass is remarkably green. It's because it's jungle grass. Wow. So I guess my tower is actually on the larger of a little archipelago of islands. Yes, archipelago. Assuming that's even how it's pronounced. But either way, it's a nice word. Huh. So it looks like we're gonna go back and try a different direction. A direction that I didn't want to walk over just yet, because there's something that I'm not ready for people to see. It's something that's coming. It's taking more stone bricks. But that one's been on the back burner for a long time. And included me, you know, walking around the city, ride on the tube, mumbling to myself like a madman with a notepad that's just crammed full of numbers. If that doesn't make you curious, I don't know what will, because honestly, I'm pretty sure that Rain Man grossed quite a few dollars, at least 6 or 7 of them. I'm in a beautiful mind. That must have grossed something. That had Russell Crowe in. No, I say that's cruel, because Gladiator is... Oh, that looks like planes. Or at least a bit of planes. Gladiator isn't just one of my most appreciated films of all time. Frankly, I remember several years back, and there was some kind of... It wasn't exactly a vote or a poll or anything like that. It was more kind of get you thinking, get you considering things. It was about film, and it was talking about the greatest films of all time. And you know, one of the covers had Casablanca, and one had Star Wars, and one had Gladiator, which at the time, and we're talking, this is like 2000, 2001. It was still a relatively new film, and I think the fact that it was in the running with hard hitters like it was really says something about that film. And yeah, that starred Russell Crowe, so yeah. But it's Russell Crowe. I'm not gonna quote South Park. I know some of you were waiting for it, but I ain't gonna indulge you. Not today, sir. Back in the swamp. Okay. Maybe I should make a boat. Then I can be on a boat. Yeah, that's fine. I'll get away with that. God, I think I got stopped midstream in Dragon Age Origins. Yeah, so that's going to be a continuous run. It'll stop and start. It may start off a little slow, but the game, it's got a lot to introduce you to up front, so I'm not skipping cutscenes. I'm kind of trying to throw out as much information as possible. It's a relatively old game, but it's possible that people haven't seen it or don't remember certain things, and it would be a disservice to skip any cutscenes or any of that. Whereas, of course, with Secret World, when I did that, I'm trying to encourage you to, buy and play this game that is current, because it's greatness. We haven't got bored of that yet, and we're still finding new stuff to do in it that is good fun. And there is snow. I'm hoping that this landmass, which did go on a bit further, goes on a bit further than a bit further, and actually goes somewhere. One hopes. My hunger isn't going down. Did I accidentally click at the peaceful or something? Because swimming should definitely be reducing my hunger right now. I'm fairly sure of that. Well, let's see what we can see. I've got a fear that that's another ocean, and that I'm unfortunately completely bang on with what I'm saying about the layout of all this, which is very troublesome if it is. Well, let's take a sneaky look. Weird. No, it's not the ice lake I thought it was, so we're not going to go over there. Aha, plains, finally. So fingers crossed this does have a village in, because I don't think I can take much more of that running around just trying to find somewhere that's actually land and then find a desert or a plains biome. Let's get up on this hill. Oh good, my hunger is going down. Yes, that solves that question. I'm just getting weirded out by nothing. My good fortune. Damn my good fortune. Is this Extreme Hills? This would have been an unloaded chunk. It's potential that there's emerald underneath here. But I'm not going to go mining for that yet. I may even do an episode where I do that. Depends if people care. But honestly, wow. Well then, that's even going to be the entrance. Yeah, I wouldn't go mining for it legit in a cave. I did that on pre-release that I was just messing about with just to see, but honestly I'd just go down to emerald is layer 30 and below. Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably just stick to my usual mining. The trick to it is, Christ, and it was actually me who posted the information on a B00 video based on me picking it apart in a map editor and examining it all. It's something like 8 blocks will spawn within a chunk, or up to, generally not next to each other. If I jump off there I will take damage, I suspect. So let's climb down. Yeah, and they're interspersed anywhere in the lower 30 layers. so it's tempting. It's tempting. So I don't know. I don't know. Caving may actually be the best way to do it, or new gravel texture. Looks like that steel plating that you get, like floors and stuff. Weird. That's the edge over there. That's going into something else. Unless I've just done a giant circle and we're actually going back to where we came from, which is entirely possible because all this is loaded and that looks like ice. Okay. Oh, yeah. I had to check F3 to see if this was an extreme hills biome, huh? What do you think, guys? Does that look like an extreme hills biome? I'm not quite sure. Nice floating feature there. That's nice. Nice. Nice is the word you use when you don't want to say something mean and you don't want to be rude. But when you're really thinking, it's shit. No, it's not. That is nice in the dictionary term. Not in the I'm a complete asshole kind of way. Yep, this feels like it's leading into more ocean. Good God. Where have I settled down? I mean, I didn't exactly load up multiple worlds before I started this one. I was kind of just, you know, play it where it lands kind of thing. Except I'm not really big into golf. But it's the philosophy, you know. At the end of the day, my way is not to survive within the environment. My way is to bend the environment to my will, and a less classy individual might just say, make the environment my bitch. Yep, make it my bitch. But a more classy individual might say something that just honestly doesn't come to mind right now. Enderman. Take an arrow to them. Cheaty Enderman. He wasn't even looking at me. Bunch of skeletons. I think they're having a meeting under there. Some kind of secret society going on. That creeper? Creeper ain't allowed to join. Because he's a creeper. And he gets overexcited. And one thing leads to another. And suddenly the entire party has been exploded. And that's that. Huh. I was hoping that might be plains, but actually it's just tall grass and wolf. Bones. Do I want a wolf? Get a little bit of Kurt J. Max styling in here. Not much of a dog person, but I'm gonna do it. Come on. Well, there you go. Finally, he loves me. Let's roll. Don't know what I'd call him. Don't know if he's gonna live very long. If that glitching's anything to go by, I'd say we may not have him here for a while. And of course, anybody who's watching my Pokemon series knows damn well that my naming policy can be a little strange. Come on. Give me some load. I'm gonna quickly check how much, what time we're running at here. Nice sprint. Way to engage yourself before I jump out of the tree, huh? So yeah, I'm gonna check what time we're running at. This may run into a two-parter. In fact, I'd say it definitely will, which could be fun. I don't know. Okay, so we're almost bang on the 30 minutes, so I'm gonna say right now, thanks for watching this one. There's some pumpkins. Here's a nice forest. Please hit some buttons if you agree with the associated sentiments, and I'll see you next time when I'm gonna be running potentially fruitlessly in that direction. Unless I find an apple. Does that count as fruitlessly?